Hi, this is JJ Gat. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are talking to those of you who are interested in learning what are the different ways that people who use social media to promote their products, services, websites, how do they know their efforts are successful? What are the key performance indicators that their social media outreach efforts are actually having some success? So that's what we're going to be talking about today on JJ Gat. Okay, so I am in the process of optimizing my sister's account. So my sister, who I am partners in crime with inside the Clubhouse app, the audio-only app called Clubhouse. She and I are co-founders of the Rising YouTuber Club. If you're not a member, if you're in Clubhouse, I invite you to join. But I am going to optimize her Pinterest account, and she's going to be my case study. I'm going to try to grow her account from what it is now to optimal level from scratch. So she and I were discussing things, and she asked me, like, well, how would I know? What are the ways that I'm going to know that that everything is working out? So, I said, if she has that question, maybe some of you have that question. So this would be a wonderful time, wonderful opportunity for me to explain. And it's not just for Pinterest, but to explain for you who are curious to know what are the KPIs, the key performance indicators that a social media effort to drive traffic from one of the more popular social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube, onto your website is working. How do you know that your efforts are working? Running a business, but your business need audiences, business need customers. So there are ways that you can take someone on a customer journey from being just an average person minding their business to bring them into your world. So how do you do this? There are two different indicators. So one path has to do with engagement, and then the second one has to do with conversion. Now, under engagement, that's essentially when someone is, interacts with your content, and there's different levels of engagement. And then there's conversion. Conversion is when someone goes from interacting with your content to when they take an action that leads towards the sale, to the download, to the watch, to whatever it is the ultimate goal that you have as a business owner. Now, so let's first talk about engagement. So here are the levels of engagement. This is just also according to my experiences and then my knowledge of social media marketing in general. So even though I'm sharing this on my Pinterest marketing channel, this applies to all social media platforms, okay? So let's go. So engagement. So there's 5 levels of engagement. The first level is impressions. You have the app open, or on your desktop, or on your phone, or another mobile device, or maybe even TV, and it scrolls across your screen. So that is an impression. So that is a form of engagement, because even though you may or may not see it, the fact that it scrolls across your screen means that it was delivered to you. So a lot of audiences or advertised buyers would say we can deliver a certain amount of impressions, eyeballs, or those are just eyeballs. Now, eyeballs, impressions, level 1. That's the most baseline of engagement. Level 2 is a view. So you go from something just scrolling across your feed to you actually seeing it. When you see it, that's more important, because it's kind of like, it's more just a peripheral view, but it's kind of like an actual acknowledgement that this is being seen by me. And different social media platforms count a view based on how many seconds it appears on the screen. So they're going to take it for granted that the person viewed it, and that's really great for brand elevation. Like if someone, they say that you need to engage, or someone needs to see your product like 10, 15 times before they feel comfortable and get to know you a little bit more. So that view is towards that outcome of, or that towards that benchmark of getting there when someone is comfortable with your site, because they're seeing it all the time. So the second level is the view. Level 3 is then the like. So someone sees it, impressions goes across the screen, they actually see it, and they like it, and they're like, wow, that's great. Now they can like it, and that'd be the end of that. But there's no way to count that, because you just don't know if they like it. How do you know they like it? When they push like, they push heart, they push something else, some other button that the social media platform gives them, allows them to share with you who created that content that I like this, and you can count liking. So that's the third level. But again, to see something, to have an impression, to like it, that's really great and dandy, but that's not really the ultimate goal. That kind of tells you that it resonates well. So if you were A/B testing and have two different types of content, and one got no likes and one got 10 likes, that'll tell you as A/B test, this image, this video, whatever it is that I shared across this platform, this ad, resonate people with better because they liked it. So there are benefits to someone liking it, but that's level 3. Likes don't pay the bills. Next, you have but besides that, let me get back to likes don't pay the bills, but having people like it shows that you're creating content that engages. So if you were doing a brand deal or you're partnered with someone else, you can say that I'm able to get people who are following me or people on this platform to actually not go more from just seeing your content to actually engage with it in terms of showing that they like it. So that is some value to likes. Before level 4 is when they actually comment. So this is really big for us YouTubers or those of us on Facebook or perhaps even TikTok or even Twitter. When someone takes the time to not just like, but just, take their time out of their busy day to go and pin a comment, even if it's just a few emojis, that's another level of engagement. It's kind of like they are really more invested, that they want to let you know beyond just the like or heart that they really have something to say about your product. And the 5th and final level is when they share it. That is the holy grail. The reason why sharing is a big deal is because that is when that's the virality. That's the when everything goes viral. The reason why it goes viral, the reason why people have interactive content, why quizzes do well, while those sort of things do well, is because people are sharing with their audiences and their fans and their followers and their friends. And when they share it, that gives you an opportunity to now interact your content now as before. Let's say I have about 38,000 followers on Pinterest. So if you put some content on my feed and I like it, and I'm like, oh wow, that's great, I'm going to share it. When Pinterest, it's called save, so I would save it. So if someone saves it onto their boards, but essentially by me saving it on my board, now everyone who follows me, who come to my board or who may be on Pinterest at the time that I save it, they're going to see it. So now they can interact with it and then they can save it to their board and they can save it. And that's how things go viral, when people share content, and that's the virality. That's why the 5th level is the best level, is that you want people to share. So those are the 5 different levels of engagement. So now let's talk about conversions. Even better than someone sharing it is having a conversion, because the conversion is where the money is. Let's talk about that next. I'm going to get a drink of coffee and just get out this heat because it's hot. Okay, so let's wrap this up, shall we? So the last one is in conversions. So reason why conversions matter more is because when you are sharing either a shop, your products, your YouTube channel video episode, your podcast episode, your maybe your latest blog post in social media, you want people to come back to where you have, and consume that content. So you want something more. If there's a product, you want to do a sale. So that's what you get with conversions. That's why conversions is an even better, more enriching part of interaction on social media. So for Pinterest and for all social media platforms, the first level of conversion is actually the click-through. Now, so what happens is, whether on YouTube or on Pinterest, you're seeing a lot of different things come to your pin. So there's a term called stop the scroll, because any given platform, a lot of it, you're seeing content scroll through. And so at some point, you have to decide, oh, I want to get a closer look. For Pinterest and for YouTube and some other platforms, there's usually a cover. And that cover, even in a Google search, you see the words, and you see the article, and then you say, you know what, I make a decision. This article, this pin, this YouTube thumbnail, on the other side of it has the answer to what I'm looking for. I had a search intent, I looked up, and this looks like it's great. So you click through. So that click through is level 1 of conversion. You convert it once you get someone to leave a social media site and click through to your website, to your new. So you like what you're seeing so far? What I like to do right now is invite you to hit that subscription button, because you know what? It's totally free. Not only is it totally free, you will then get an indication or an indicator from YouTube each time I upload a new video. And then you'll be able to come here and get all the knowledge, get all the information, get ahead of your competition, learn more, and just be more fully enriched in all the ways of social media and Pinterest marketing. So if you like that, you should subscribe and ideally hit that notification bell. You know what the notification bell does? It gives you the notification. And inside your phone app, indicate that you would like YouTube to give you the notifications. And so you can be knowledgeable when I post a video. So that's what I would like you to do for me. And let's get back to the rest of the video, shall we? This article to your podcast, to your YouTube channel. So that's level 1 of a conversion, is click through. That's why a lot of times that's the most important thing. That's why people emphasize having really pretty pins in Pinterest. This is now, the last ones aren't necessarily levels. They're just different forms of conversions once people click through. So 2 to 6 that I'm telling you is just when they click through, this is where the magic happens. Ads. So actually with the ads, it's not that it's a level, but it's the most passive form of conversion, because it's kind of like it's the easiest. Once you get them to click through, you get the benefit of the ads. So if you have ads on your YouTube channel, or ads on your website, or ads on your blog, or ads inside whatever content you have, your podcast page, you are paid versus impressions. Like sometimes, you're paid by people clicking through, but it's about the brands who advertise on blogs and websites and YouTube. They want to be seen. So if someone comes to your YouTube channel and they watch the first 20 seconds and they're able to click through because the ads allows them, to stop it and go straight to your content without having watched the full ad, you get paid for that. So you get paid for that, those few seconds. You get paid for that automatically. So just bringing them onto your channel, just bringing them onto your website, that's a conversion. A second level, the second one after click through. The third conversion is if you have an affiliate product. So for those of us who are YouTubers, bloggers, and we don't have a product that we sell, or maybe we do sell products, but we also partner up with services and product sellers, and we're promoting their products, or we're mentioning their products, or we decide that we want to help them get sales, and so we get a commission sale from that. So we have a link inside of, they come over an article, and inside that article we've embedded a link to the product or some product, or we hyperlink it or have a button, and people click through and they make that purchase. We get a commission sale. So that is another way of conversion, is getting an affiliate commission from someone who clicks a link. A fourth way that you can convert someone who comes to your website is to actually an actual sale. So if beyond those of us who just partner up with other people, and I don't like using the word just, beyond those of us who partner up with other people for a commission sale as an affiliate, we may sell products. So for example, I sell Etsy products, digital products, in an Etsy shop. At one point, I did sell T-shirts, and I sold mugs, and I sold charms and stuff like that. So if you sell an actual physical product, or your commerce seller, or your Shopify store, or an Etsy store, and you're selling actual product, and someone sells it, that's the third form of conversion. So you've got click-through, ad sales, affiliate sales, and actually it's fourth, and the conversions into sale of your either real product or your digital product. So that's it. So then the next level, number 5, is the email conversion. So email capture. So if you have a pop-up or something else when people come, when you say, hey, like I have on my Jennifer Speaks blog, when someone pops up, I say, hey, join the 6,450 people who have decided to join my email list. So, or I give away something. I'll just say, yeah, if you're interested in this, my Braden's blog, I say, if you like a braiding styling guide, click this. So they've gone from just being a visitor, a casual visitor, to learn about what I have on my site, to now I'm bringing them more into my ecosystem. I'm able to connect to them. Once you capture someone's email, you can then put them down your nurture sequence. You can now then email and communicate with them on a regular basis, and give them information, let them get to know you, and at some point have an ask of a sale or something like that. So until they unsubscribe, you now have a more intimate, direct connection to them by getting your email. And that's why emails, I guess, if there were levels, that would be one of the ideal ways to convert someone. And the final way is that if you have embedded your podcast or embedded your YouTube video inside that, inside your website, for example, or your blog, and someone watches that, that's another one. When they engage in your embedded content, whether they like it, they watch it, they comment, they subscribe inside, that's a form of conversion inside your website or inside your blog. And then also, once they do that, they're helping you get a boost from the algorithmic boost, whether in Google or whether in YouTube or whether in whatever measuring output that you have. So there you have it, the 5 levels of engagement, the 6 levels or 6 types of conversions you can have. And those are the ways, the key performance indicators amongst very many ones that you know that your social media campaign, your social media efforts, your efforts to drive traffic use social media platforms to grow your audience, to grow your reach, to grow and then convert and to get more customers, increase your revenues, increase your sales, get more people in your nurture sequence, build your email list, all those ultimate things that you need to have. Those are the ways that you know it's working. So I hope that was helpful for you. That's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, again, like it, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Comment below if you've used some of these, if you're aware of these, if this is new to you, if it's not new to you. And then also, what would you like to me cover less? What would you like me to cover next? I just love getting ideas from members of the J Squad. And if you have subscribed recently, thank you. Welcome to the J Squad. So if you are a new member of the J Squad or old member or even not a member and you would like me to cover a topic, I'd like to invite you to comment below with what you'd like me to talk about next. Okay? All right, take care and thanks so much. And I usually like to end all my videos by telling you to cue my outro music. Butter, butter.